Yes, Coach. So definitely always great to see you. So I was just curious before we get into the game a bit. How did you enjoy the ring ceremony on Friday?
Oh, it was fantastic. I thought Russ Brandon, of course, our president, and everybody did a great job with it. It was really good. Players had a great time. All us coaches had a great time, and our support personnel, everybody. It was really good. They did a really good job, and everybody appreciated it.
Awesome. And then for the game, what were your overall thoughts about how the team competed and did against the Battlehawks?
We did a great job. Again, much like most of the year, we've really played well in all parts of the game and made plays down the stretch. It's what we've talked about a lot, and we came up with some big defensive turnovers at the end of the game, and to seal it. So it was fun, and the guys had a good time in the locker room afterwards.
Coach, I wanted to ask about what the game plan is this week in terms of how much the starters are going to play. Are you looking at maybe putting in some more of the backups so they can get some playing time? What's the game plan this week with DC?
Oh, just the normal. Try and win the game with the best players you got.
What are your thoughts on DC and how they played this year and how you match up against them?
They haven't quite had the year, obviously, that they had a year ago, but I think Reggie Barlow and the rest of his crew, his staff, do a great job. Jordan Tiamo's a really good player. I always think the quarterbacks are the biggest factor in a lot of these games, and so we just got to play. We just worry about ourselves, trying to play our best game. That's really my opinion, always the focus. You can't do anything about the other team. All you can do is be the best you can be, OD and special teams. And, we'll need to play well, to have a chance to go up there. They always have a good crowd and, to have a chance to win.
I saw that Sal Cannella and Tyler Vaughns were on the injury report this week. Do you have an update on them and what their status is for the game?
I think they'll be fine. As far as Tyler and Sal should be good to go. We won't have Javante Payton, but the rest of them should be good to go.
How about Jalen Redmond? I know he's been kind of out for the last month or so. Any chance he plays?
He's still iffy. He's practicing. We'll just have to determine today, tomorrow, how it's one thing to practice, it's another thing to be at your best. So we're not quite there yet with them. Not sure.
Yes, and I know that Joe Powell came on towards the end of the season. What are your overall thoughts about his contribution, his play so far this season?
Joe he's a ball hawk. My man just makes plays. Always has, and he's been a big boost to us. And so not surprising. Again, he just one of those guys, and he's, whatever reason, he has an infectious personality that makes everybody play better. He just has an attitude about him.
Yes, and finally, also, I know that with Luis Perez, we don't know what his situation is going to be for next season, but if a team is interested in Luis Perez, can you kind of describe to people who have an interest in him joining their team?
Yeah, just an incredibly bright, smart guy, reads defenses incredibly well, gets the ball out quick, got a great arm, and incredibly accurate. A lot of positives there with Luis.
Hello, Coach.
Hello.
Congratulations for the ring. What a kind of
Thank
beauty.
Appreciate it.
Coach, what is your mindset to this final game of the season?
Go win one more. Enjoy the fact we get to play and win one more game and enjoy competing one more time.
Okay, and a little about college football. We are close, for the new season. The works begin. We have at this moment the spring meetings with the ACC. How looks to you this new horizon for the Oklahoma University in the ACC?
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I really believe we match up well with everybody. Love the work that Brent Venables and his staff, the way they're working everything. They're recruiting incredibly well. So I think it's going to be a really exciting year for not just the SEC, but also the Big Ten and the Big 12. With all the different mergers, the way that it's all worked, it's going to be exciting to watch. How everybody, how it all works out. It's going to be different, but incredibly exciting.
Yeah, and finally, Coach, like always, I told you, thank you very much for everything. I'm doing an article about the great coaches in football history. And what is your opinion about the legacy of Tom Landry? What means to you?
Well, I just think of an incredibly important figure in pro football, an incredible legacy, championships, and Super Bowls, those kind of things, and a guy who, I don't know, he's the first guy you think of, I think, when you think of the Cowboys, in my opinion. Jerry Jones and Tom Landry, just as a young person, watching the Cowboys, you always see that guy with that fedora on, that hat, and what a class guy and what a great coach.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Coach. Here in Mexico, you have a great fan base for the Renegades and college football. Like I told you in the first time we meet you, I broadcast that national championship of the Oklahoma Sooners. Thank you very much for everything, Coach. Gracias.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And Coach, so how about you, your situation? Are you planning on coming back next year?
Right now I am, but who knows what it's going to look like, until our contracts go through the end of June. And then after that, we'll see what it's looking like for the following year, but I hope to, but you just never know what the whole structure is going to look like. So if it works and fits my life, then yes. And if it doesn't, then maybe not. So we'll see.
But you have an interest to come back. That sounds like.
You heard me.
Okay.
I don't need to say it again. Yeah.
I appreciate you. Hey, in all seriousness, throughout this whole season, no matter what happens, I really appreciate you taking the time speaking to us. I know it's been storming out there. It's tremendously appreciated.
No problem. Enjoy. I appreciate the coverage for our team and for the league. Thank you.